thoughts what kind of ceremony you want?
Oh, let's just go down to City Hall and lunch, the two of us.
Don't you think it's gonna bum some people out? I mean, like the kids, your family. Look, I'm all for the impulse of keeping this thing simple, but I mean, can we do it without bruising any feelings here?
Vincent, would I bruise your feelings if I didn't invite anyone to the wedding?
What are you doing?
Nothing. You know, food stuff.
You're eavesdropping.
I was looking for something to eat. I have a very long night ahead of me at the outreach center.
Do you really?
No, but I could have. I do have a life, you know.
Do you really?
No, but I could have.
Hey, can I tell him my idea?
If you want to embarrass yourself.
Got a name for the kid. Works if it's a boy or girl. Gray. Maxine, what do you think about the name Gray?
Do I seem to you like the sort of person who would saddle a child with a family name?
I don't know. No?
Peter, Amy, Vincent, all of them clearly first names. I think this trend of calling children first names that sound like last names is exceedingly pretentious. Names help a child create identity, self-image. A Tiffany starts out life in a very different place than an Ethel. Choose carefully.
I don't like my name.
Your father wanted to call you Chauncey. I don't know what this means.
I heard you, Mom. You're talking about names for the baby. Don't have to stop just because of me.
Oh, David just mentioned one idea. We haven't thought about names yet. Yeah, well, we're about to start. Do you want to help? Otherwise, you might be stuck with a brother or sister named Bozo.
It's not even going to have the same last name as me. By the time it's in school, I'll be away in college. Call it whatever you want.
Will you be up here?
Just easing into the day.
Because we don't have court this morning, which means you treat yourself to a bagel with butter.
I do that?
You wear pants on Fridays, and it's Wednesday, so you get the tabloids instead of the Times.
It's a guilty pleasure. My mother watches Regis and Kathy Lee.
I'm pretty sure Kathy Lee is dead.
Judge Gray. I've been looking all over for you, Judge Gray. Judge Sobel called. He needs you to take over an emergency TRO hearing. These parents are separated. The mom wants the little girl to have an emergency brain surgery. The dad wants the temporary restraining order to stop it. The operation's tomorrow. They're in your courtroom.
Haven't even read my horoscope.
You'll have a surprisingly busy day.
No more staff development days. I'm still recovering from your yoga extravaganza.
You said you wanted that one for all and all for one spirit.
No, you said that. I said we're not a commune.
I'll bet when you were in the Peace Corps you had that spirit.
Well, I also had a ponytail. You lose things.
Maxine Gray. Yes, Diego Valdesera is my client. No. Do not call his father. I'll be right there. Diego Valdesera arrived at school this morning with bruises on his face and what appears to be a badly broken arm.
He's at Weathersfield Prep, right? Your scholarship winner.
He's been back with his father for nearly a year. I was very hopeful.
Sorry, Maxine.
Not as sorry as I am.
Weren't you Vincent Gray, the author?
Hey, Colin. Good to see you. It has a wonderful world of publishing.
I keep looking for your next book.
Oh, well, yeah, I've been taking a break for the past
4 years.
Muse on vacation?
Moved away. No forwarding address. I got a couple chapters.
Let me see him. Maybe we can get you on our spring roster.
You're pretty choppy.
I'll be the judge. I really liked your first book.
You're the one.
You're a gifted writer, Vincent. Send me your stuff.
You'll have it later today.
Good. I gotta run. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Thanks.
Diego was absent for 3 days and showed up this morning battered and broken?
Yes, and we have to take him to the hospital to have his arms set properly.
Hey, Miss Pressler.
Oh, good morning, Will. He's on the Junior Olympic squash team. His father is the richest man in the state.
Well, that seems fair. How about Diego?
He told his teacher he fell down the stairs. He told me he got hurt playing ball. I knew something wasn't right.
You're quite a detective. Hello, Dee.
Miss Gray.
You look awful.
The girl's 13, and she gets these severe epileptic seizures that cause permanent brain damage. She's lost 40% of her IQ.
I didn't even know that was possible.
She went from high average to borderline retarded, and each seizure's making her more disabled.
So what, she's just going to keep getting worse until she's totally incapacitated?
If the seizures continue at their present rate and intensity.
What do you mean if?
Kids can outgrow epilepsy.
Oh, Bruce, your daughter. I'm sorry. If this cuts too close...
Rebecca hasn't had a seizure in over 2 years.
This is my first emergency TRO with you. Is there anything I should be aware of?
Normally with TRO, our judge only hears from medical experts. She doesn't let the attorney say much. So we should be done in under an hour. But the petitioner's counsel in this hearing is Bill Chase. He's an older guy with a distinguished career. Judge Gray is deferential. She lets him ramble on as long as he wants.
I am not deferential. I am polite, maybe.
Yeah, now, since this is a medical emergency...
She'll fast-track the hearing.
Okay, so I'll be ready to move around her docket. Hey, the judge will definitely turn her chair on this one. I'll get the bench set up.
Turn my chair?
You turn toward the witness in emotional cases.
You know when I turn my chair, you know when I wear pants. This is starting to make the hair on the back of my neck stand up. It's creepy.
What's creepy is you have hair on the back of your neck.
You told your teacher you fell down the stairs. It looks as if you landed on your face.
Your jokes are so corny, Miss Gray.
But you told the nurse that you were hurt playing ball. So what happened, Diego? I've been telling you since you were 6 how special you are. And you are one of the bright lights of my life. Would you please let me help you?
I just want to forget about it, Miss Gray.
In order for you to do that, we need to confront it. Has your father been working his program?
Miss Gray, he didn't do anything. Trust me.
That bruise came from a fist. If you won't tell me, I'll have to remove you. I'm sorry. I'll do my best to get you the group home.
No, wait, look. It was a bunch of guys from the team. It was here. I just don't get it. I thought that they were my friends. I just don't get it.
Oh, sweetheart.
Surgery is the quickest way to stop the seizures that cause the brain damage.
Well, Allison's been having seizures for 18 months. Why hasn't surgery been considered before?
Standard course of treatment is medication, but Allison's seizures haven't been responding. Surgery's a last resort.
Well, it's a last resort because it's extremely dangerous. Risks include blindness and paralysis.
So, Dr. Caplow, you favor continuing the medication?
Actually, I favor using a new drug cocktail.
It'll take 3 more months before we know if the drugs are effective. By then, she'll have regressed even further.
Is it possible that Allison's seizures will stop on their own?
Given her history, it's more likely than not they'll continue.
You don't risk brain surgery for more likely than not.
She's regressing too rapidly.
Counselors! Doctors! I'm granting the TRO to postpone the operation, and I am fast-tracking the I am fast-tracking the trial to determine whether the surgery should occur at all. So, let's take a short recess and reconvene.
Your Honor, I have another matter scheduled for this afternoon.
Could it possibly be as important as what's happening here? Be back in 10 minutes.
Ooh, mixing it up in there. Taking on old maid Chase.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a tough one, but I bet I know which way you'll go.
We haven't even heard all the facts.
But I know you.
Give Jasper a kiss.
Oh, I've got one for you, Dad. I've got one. With black and white and red all over.
A newspaper.
No.
A zebra with a sunburn.
Nope. Jasper with a sunburn.
Do you like him?
Yes, very much. Thank you, Daddy.
You're welcome, honey. He loves you, too. Happy birthday, sweetie.
Thank you.
That was Allison 2 years ago, right before the seizure started. Michael made that video. He's a wonderful father. I just think that he's in denial. I think that he cannot accept how far Allison slipped.
Is Allison aware of her condition?
She knows what she's lost and that things are getting harder for her. She thinks like a 6-year-old, but if you saw her, you'd never know it. She tries so hard to please. She'll cover if she can't figure out what you want.
Why do you think surgery is in your daughter's best interest?
Because, Your Honor, I have read everything. I have talked to specialists. Surgery would stop the regression immediately. I know that there are risks, but the medication would take months. The seizures that Allison would have in the meantime would just, she'd resort to a toddler. Michael, Allison would not want that. She would want this operation. I know my daughter. 2 years ago, she won her class debate. She fought with us to get her ears pierced, and we wouldn't let her. And now I want her to get split brain surgery.
Thank you, Mrs. Barrett.
Please, Your Honor, I am begging you to help my daughter. She's losing more every day, and I cannot sit by and watch her just disappear. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
When he left school, Diego was attacked by 4 boys who beat him with their fists and a baseball bat.
First I've heard of this.
Can he identify these students?
He knows who they are.
This is most disturbing. Well, any boys involved will be punished severely. Mrs. Neville, please call Leland Sprague. He's our attorney.
You do things differently on this side of town.
These boys are underage. They're under my care. I have to protect them.
The way you protected Diego?
Mr. Sprague is on line 1.
You need to call the police.
It's a schoolboy hazing. It'll be handled by the school.
Sport was his way to a college education. These boys have stolen his future.
Well, involving the police is not going to make him whole. It's only going to destroy more lives.
Sir, Mr. Sprague is still holding.
It's nice to see you, Mrs. Gray. Hello, Leland. It's Clayton Ford. Thanks for waiting.
Yes, I want to report an assault.
Could you hand me a bottle of water, please? You're Allison. Could you grab me a bottle of water? Well, could you... Put the bottles on my tray, sweetie.
I see you met my daughter.
Yeah. She's been very helpful.
Come on, sweetie.
Bye, Allison.
18, no family, not even siblings. Her stepdad abused her mom, and when her mom passed, he tossed her out.
When did he toss her?
This morning. So I guess we could...
Hey, I'm Crystal. Vincent told me the deal. Did your stepdad beat you too?
Not me. I tried to keep him off my mom, but he's so damn strong.
And no friends you can crash with?
We moved around a lot, and I come straight from school. Casey went off on her. I didn't stay to chit-chat.
Did you graduate high school?
This is my senior year, but, whatever. It's not your problem. So can I stay here tonight?
No, we don't have beds. And you're too old for TCF, but the women's shelter...
There's a storage room in the bus station waiting area. If Billy sees you, he's the janitor. Tell him you know me, Crystal. Stay there tonight. We'll find you something better tomorrow.
Excuse us a second, Fanny. Spend the night in a storage room?
At the women's shelter, she will get beat down. Her stuff will be stolen. Maybe I'll take her home just for tonight.
Excuse me, that's your golden rule.
The storage room it is then. Tomorrow, you do that thing you do.
What thing?
You teach her how to tell her story like you did for Leon in the halfway house. And I'll push Job Corps to take her right away and they'll get her housing. What is your problem now?
I just think...
Well, stop it. Always with the thoughts. Just relax. Jeez.
Hey, Ma. Hi, is that curry? I've been banished from the kitchen by your daughter, who is preparing a dish for Multicultural Day at school, which I understand is also our dinner.
That's so sweet.
Actually, it's pungent.
Taking Lauren skiing this weekend.
Well, that's the pattern, isn't it? She mopes around and you run after her apologizing.
I'm not apologizing.
Of course you are, dear. You've been apologizing ever since you found out you're pregnant.
Oh, it's a lot to get her head around.
Give her time. She'll sort it out.
No, I don't want to argue about this. I just want to be grateful for my healthy daughter. That doesn't sound good.
No, it do not.
I don't need help.
Hey, I don't know how to make curry. So you know what I was thinking? I think you and I should wake up really early on Saturday and drive up to Killington. And you can ski, and I can stay in a lodge and read. And on the way back home, we can eat at that place that you like so much with a big fireplace. What do you think?
Well, I'm going to the mall with Taylor and Madeline on Saturday.
Oh. Well, we'll go Sunday.
I'm doing my history report on Sunday.
Can you do it earlier?
I don't want to change my plans just because you have another surprise.
Well, I guess there's been a lot of surprises lately.
You think?
Yeah, I do. So I'd like to know what you're thinking.
I'm thinking you're happy.
I'd like you to be happy, too. I know you've had to deal with a lot of changes lately, but I promise you they're going to make our world richer and more complete.
I liked our world, and I didn't want it to change. Just because you're happy doesn't mean I am.
Okay. All right, this is good. I want to know how you feel. I want to help you figure things out.
I have figured things out. You get to do whatever you want, and you don't care about me.
That's not true.
You didn't ask me if I wanted all these surprises or changes or whatever you call them. You just did it to me.
Life doesn't always ask if we're ready for change. Sometimes it just sneaks up on us and we have to cope with what we get. Now, I am willing to help in any way I can, but you have to remember that there are people out there that get real surprises, that change their life in cruel ways. So we should feel lucky.
You don't want to hear from me unless I'm happy.
Happy, Lauren? You'll have to introduce me.
How's that curry coming? The tuition at Wethersfield Prep is more than you and I make in a year. The French club goes to Paris. But there's no education gap in this country.
These are very prominent names. Alex Sinclair's father owns half of Hartford.
Alex was the ringleader.
The press would love this story.
And they shall have it soon enough.
You kidding? These people pull whatever strings they have to keep this out of the papers.
The attorneys arranged for the boys who attacked Diego to turn themselves in.
Charges were dropped.
I am calling the state's attorney. Those boys need to be punished so they will never do this again.
It wasn't the SA's choice. Diego's father declined to prosecute. There was an agreement.
Agreement?
Boys' families paid $5,000 as compensation.
That's nothing. His arm may never be the same. An athletic scholarship was supposed to be his way to pay for a college education.
Agreed, but criminal trials only going to ruin lives. It's not going to help Diego.
That's what the headmaster said.
He called me. I know Mr. Ford. I went to Weathersfield Prep.
Sean Potter. Did you broker this deal? Are you helping out your chums at the expense of this boy?
You don't know me at all.
Everyone wants something from you, even other kids, so don't talk to anybody on the streets. Are you warm enough?
Crystal is always cold, so she thinks everybody else is.
Oh, this one's a writer. He observes.
Yeah, look who's talking. You move the stapler on her desk, she notices. She guards her stuff like it's gold.
The way you take care of your hair, he checks it like every half an hour.
Who's observing who?
My grandparents used to tease each other like you guys. How long have you been married?
We're not married.
I'm sure it took courage to give a scholarship student a place on the team over the son of a wealthy alumnus.
It was tough on the kid I bumped. His dad's a real hard ass. But the school expects winners, and Diego helps us win. He's the best all-around athlete this school has seen. That arm heals, he can make the pros someday. Be nice to be known as his first coach.
Is that why you're helping me?
No, what happened here is dead wrong. Come on, guys, hustle up. Here's your man. He's not a bad kid, he's just under a lot of pressure.
Thank you for speaking with me. You've changed my opinion of the people here.
Oh, careful with that. Oh, and say hi to Potsy for me.
Potsy? Sean Potter?
Yeah, we went to school here together.
Oh, we must talk. But, thanks again.
Okay.
Alex Sinclair, I work for the Department of Children and Families. I'd like to talk to you about Diego Baldessera.
I gotta go. You better leave me alone. Do you know who my father is?
I do. That must be a lot of pressure. Successful fathers expect their sons to be high achievers.
Well, I'm one of the top 10 in my class.
And you were nearly expelled for stealing the midterm. Did your father buy you out of that, too?
Are you trying to piss me off?
Are you pissed off?
Not yet.
Nonsense. You're mad as hell. And you were furious when Diego took your spot on the team.
You don't know what you're talking about.
It's not so difficult to put together. You wanted your position back. You got 3 other boys. You jumped Diego. You beat him down. You destroyed his arm, and you made sure he would never play ball again.
I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to take him out for the season. You don't know how it is. Look, the kid got his money. Why are you doing this?
We help people who are in trouble.
My dad took care of everything. I'm not in trouble.
Oh, my dear. Anyone who did what you've done is as troubled as he can possibly be.
I'm sorry I'm late. I cannot believe how quickly you read this.
Told you I'm a fan. And you haven't lost your touch. It's beautifully written. But I do have a problem with your protagonist.
Oh, he's not so likable, huh?
It's like you were disconnected from him. I mean, here's this guy who leaves everything to care for his sick wife, but we never get to hear about his inner struggle. He doesn't seem invested in his own life, so how's the reader going to make any kind of investment in him?
No, I get that note. Thanks.
And I have an idea for how to fix this first chapter. It means reworking the entire story, but ultimately it'll be a better piece.
Listen, I have to go.
You just got here.
Yeah, no, I'm late.
I really appreciate your thoughts. It's been a crazy busy day.
Well, can I read your next draft?
Yeah, no, I'll let you know when it's ready. Thanks.
Stop, I'm sending you home.
Stop what?
Staring. You know, in fact, I have a lot of work to do, so...
I'll stop staring. Judo chop. Judo chop. Hiya. Judo chop. Just...
You know, when Michael and I lived in New York, we used to go out every night. We used to the trendy restaurants and dinner parties and the theater. And then I got pregnant with Lauren. And he, let's just say he wasn't buying any teddy bears. I like that you can be goofy.
You know, for the first time in a very long time, I'm happy. I'm just happy. You're no fun.
I know. I just... Thank you for keeping me company. I gotta finish this. And David?
Yeah.
I'm happy too.
There's leftover chicken curry, second shelf. It's Lauren's school project, but I should warn you, it's got a C-. Oh, you're gonna want to warm that up in the microwave. Or not. I'm going up to meditate. Have you been drinking?
Now you're the sobriety police?
Since I've stopped, my senses are sharper.
Maybe I don't want to be a writer. Maybe I just stop writing.
Perhaps you should.
That doesn't matter. Publishers don't want my stuff anyway. This editor, who really liked my first book, he thinks that my lead character is disconnected from his own life, which doubly sucks because the lead character is me.
You?
Yep.
Really?
No. I don't know. Maybe I've had enough.
My assessment is probably not.
Is there anything to go with this?
Would you like to know what I think? I think you came home to hide from the end of your marriage and uncertainty. And that's all right. For a while. But you need to get back in it. Otherwise, time goes by, and then you end up bitter and angry and scared. About the writing, I don't know much. I know that there's nothing you can say to me that I can't read someplace else. Unless you write about what matters to you, what your truth. A little cranberry would go nicely with this. It's just, or at least it'll mask the taste.
Did you come all the way back for Bozo's bear?
Mr. Barrett, how did you get up here?
You can't let Allison have that operation.
The rules dictate that I cannot discuss this outside of the courtroom.
My little girl is sick. Do you think I care about your rules?
I understand what you're going through.
Oh, yeah? You've had to sit there and watch while other people you don't even know decide what they're gonna do to your
Mr. Barrett,
kid.
you have to stop. You're buying yourself a mistrial.
I'm telling you, that doctor is not touching my kid, and I will see to that.
Is that a threat?
You take it any way you want. That operation is not happening.
Mr. Barrett, you leave me no choice. I'm declaring a mistrial.
What does that mean? I lose?
It means the case will be assigned to another judge. It means there'll be delays. Well, of course, that's what you wanted, wasn't it? To postpone the surgery. I hope that's what's best for your daughter.
I am here because my kid's home crying, and I don't know what the hell to do. My wife invited Allison's old friends to sleep over. Allie was so excited. She kept going to the window to see if they were there. No one came. She was always such a happy kid and smart. She'd always make up these riddles, you know? I just don't want her to get hurt anymore. I can protect her.
You can't protect her from everything. All you can do is to figure out what's best for her.
What's best is to keep her alive. I don't care if the seizures make her like a baby again. I will take care of her. I am strong. No, I can handle it.
It's not about you. Allison has a chance to salvage a life. It may not be the life that she had, but it's a life. Doesn't she deserve that chance?
Everything okay, Judge Gray?
Could you just see Mr. Barrett out, please?
You want him arrested?
No, just make sure he leaves the building.
I love my daughter.
I know you do. I know. I know you do. Hey.
Hey, I heard about last night. You okay?
Yeah. You got a mistrial. Where that guy was heading, it was the only option.
Actually, his attorney called. Mr. Barrett decided to consent to surgery. Didn't say why, just, what do you think?
I thought you already knew it, I think.
Okay, look. I didn't mean to offend you, okay? I just like the fact that I know you. Well, no trial means we have a clear docket. We could tackle this paperwork.
I thought you knew me. Clear morning docket means...
Bagel and butter.
And I want eggs and bacon and hash browns.
We're eating for two.
And even though it's Friday...
You're wildly unpredictable.
David and I are getting married.
You serious? Congratulations, for you and the baby. It's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Well, yeah, I just wanted you to hear it from me first, because I value our friendship, and I don't want it to change.
Only thing's going to change is you're going to be happy, and I'm going to be happy for you.
Thank you.
And I'm done thinking I know you. It's really great. It's really great. I'm gonna get rid of this, and I'll meet you up in the cafeteria. I'm happy for you.
I got it.
I'm very concerned that your son would harm someone so brutally for his own gain. He does show remorse, which gives me some hope.
We all feel terribly. As you know, I've compensated the boy for his injuries.
Diego would be awarded far more than $5,000 if his father had the resources to sue you in civil court.
Look, so far I've been polite, but this is a private matter.
So far. But wouldn't the press love this story? A powerful father who has pressured his son.
We both know your department owes a duty of confidentiality, don't we?
Alex is 18 years old. We have no professional relationship. I can speak about him to whomever I wish.
Okay. What do you want?
A trust fund to pay for Diego's education through college and all of his medical expenses until he's 21.
Fine.
And you will seek counseling for yourself and your son.
Look, I'll take care of the financial matters. My time, that's my own.
Because of Alex's age, I cannot remove him from your emotional abuse. But he needs help, and so do you. I'll be checking in from time to time. I'll show myself out.
Mm-hmm. Right, okay. Thanks again. What did you tell them at Job Corps?
I told them the truth about what happened. Why I need the job so bad.
I just told her to be honest.
Well, you start the training program on Saturday. You can move into the dorm tonight, and the shuttle van is out front. If you hurry, you can catch it.
I just want you guys to know that...
Oh, you're welcome, Fanny. Window of opportunity. You saved her. Fanny is a great kid. With a lousy name. Doesn't even suit her.
You are definitely a Vincent. You're not a Vinny or a Vince.
You don't seem like a Crystal to me.
You are observant. I got that name when I was out there.
Out there? Were you on the street? What's your real name? Come on, I won't laugh. Cross my heart.
It's Lillian. If you tell anybody, I will cut you into tiny pieces and come to your funeral to make sure you're dead. You're off the clock. Get out of here.
You should go back to Luann.
Can't go back, college boy.
Bulldog says you were quite a party animal in your day.
Forgot he coaches at Weathersfield.
We shared a healthful salad. He suggested I ask about homecoming dance junior year, something about a pond.
I'm not the only one who got wet.
The only one without his clothes. I had you pegged as a Diego Baldessera, but you're really more of an Alex Sinclair.
I didn't beat kids up.
I meant you were privileged.
Accident of birth. I'd appreciate it if you keep that to yourself.
Sean, I apologize. I do know you. Have a nice evening, Potsy.
You don't want your baby box? But what's the meaning here, Lauren? What am I supposed to do with this?
Use it for the baby. I like too many names, so here are the ones I don't think are good.
What's wrong with Adam?
Adam Harmon's this kid in my class. He eats things for money. In the 5th grade, he ate a spider.
Okay, no, Adam. So, listen, I want to talk to you about the other night. I know I came on too strong, but there was this case that I had that was so sad, and I know that I have so much to be grateful for. You and David and I guess I just got a little mixed up.
You don't get mixed up?
Oh, honey. Only all the time.
I'm glad you're with David, and I think the baby will be fun. But I'm so weirded out about Victor and stuff. Like, are we gonna live here? Are you gonna keep working?
You deserve answers. I just haven't figured everything out yet.
Are you gonna find out if it's a boy or a girl?
Do you think we should?
I'm getting used to surprises.
You know, when I was pregnant with you, everyone thought you were a boy. Because you were right out front.
Just like a little ball. But you knew.
I was the only one. And on the day you were born,
there was this huge blizzard.
There was 3 feet of snow. The whole city was blanketed in beautiful white. So hushed.